give it up for Adam Stancione, right? Good job. We're coming to the home stretch here, folks, all right? You ready for your last two comedians?
Yeah.
Can we do better than that for Busy? There we go. All right, there we go. All right, so this next guy, he's from Massachusetts. You'll see. Give it up for Mr. Yancey Burns. Ow!
Hey y'all, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you being here. So my name is Yancey, as you heard, which translates in Appalachian to smart enough to get the fuck out of West Virginia. Which is exactly what I did. I live here, been here for a long time now, but I get back to West Virginia as often as I can. I love it very much. It's a place that I hold dear in my heart, obviously. I was back there about 2 months ago for my grandmother's memorial service.
Aww.
Thank you. She was a 95-year-old redneck. She had a good run. But I was back there, and I'm talking to the preacher at the service, and he's real concerned. He is pretty shook up, and he's shook up because my grandma chose to get cremated, which in West Virginia is still pretty taboo, like not exactly normal, and he's pretty concerned about her eternal soul, and he's giving me a big speech about it, and I'm like, the entire time he's giving me the speech, I'm kind of thinking to myself, man, what the fuck? Like, this guy is pushing funerals. Like, pushing expensive-ass funerals. Like, funerals can cost, like, $10,000, and this guy's pushing that. And I'm thinking to myself, like West Virginians can't afford to just drop 10 grand on nothing like that, on something that the person's never going to enjoy. Like, 10 grand, they're hardworking folks. I mean, they're get by check to check, by the skin of their teeth people. $10,000, they need that money for drugs. There is no way that they need to be dropping that on funerals. I mean, do you know how much fentanyl and methamphetamine you could buy with $10,000? Days and days and days. You can be so fucked up for a little while. But, so the preacher, he has unfortunately been a part of my life for a very long time. He's been the preacher at that church essentially my whole life. I have seen him preach a variety of very racist, very bigoted sermons, which kind of goes along with being a preacher in West Virginia, but that's part of it. And I think to myself about that, like, I don't think that the congregation there is particularly racist or bigoted. Like, I think he is, but it just so happens that he is also the foreman for the state road crew that maintains the roads there in the community. And so, even though he didn't teach me a ton about Jesus, he taught me a lot about how much racism people will tolerate to get their potholes fixed. It was a pretty good amount. So I grew up, like I said, in West Virginia, in a little community called Coon Creek, West Virginia, which is it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. And I grew up in the 90s. Thank you, the Coon Creek Club. So I grew up in the 90s, so I love the rap music. Like, it is my jam. It is what I'm all about. And growing up in the 90s, I realized growing up in Coon Creek that Coon Creek is a hell of a lot like Compton. Like, Compton and Coon Creek, pretty much exactly the same place. Like they really are. I mean, like, both places have issues with violence. I mean, both places have issues with poverty. Both places have issues with drugs. Both places, people heavily use the N-word. Let's go Mountaineers. So like I said, I love the rap music. I love the rap music. I still do. I'm a child of the 90s, so I still love to listen to the radio. And the radio hits mean the world to me still. So, like, I still keep up. My favorite radio hit right now is a Drake jam featuring Travis Scott. You might be familiar with it. This is a predominantly white audience, so you're probably not. Probably not. But it's a little jam, and it goes, out like a light, out like a light. Took a half a Xanny, now I'm out like a light. And when I first heard that song, I thought, really, Drake? A half a Xanax? I mean, I'm not trying to be a gatekeeper for drug use or anything. But if that's how Toronto rolls, they should come hang out in Coon Creek sometime. We rail triple bars at a very young age. So I realized that I've been painting West Virginia as like this drugscape and this poverty-scape, but it's really not. I mean, I had a fairly pastoral childhood. I mean, my dad took me hunting and fishing. I mean, I can remember my dad sitting me down to teach me how to tie flies, and like he sat me down and he pulled the light bulb out of the receptacle, and he took a butter knife and he, knocked the butter knife on the filament and knocked the filament down into the receptacle or into the bowl, I should say, and then took a little bit of salt and swished it around in there, and then oh shit, I'm sorry, I'm talking about freebase. I love the freebase. We just enjoyed. It made us, and it made our relationship work. And I will say, standing up here on this stage under these house lights, I realized LEDs are going to ruin freebasing. Which sucks. But I don't know. I think I know that West Virginia gets a bad rap, and people think it's a bigoted place or a racist place or whatever. But it really isn't. I mean, in my experience, it's really not. Like I said, I was back there a couple months ago for my grandma, and I went out that night. I went to the Legion, to our only bar in town, and I'm sitting there. And as I'm sitting there with my buddy Little Bob, and as people often do at bars these days, I'm scrolling through the Facebook, looking what's up. And I see this post from the owner of this theater, Sean. And it turns out that Sean had called somebody a cocksucker on Facebook. And in the comments, Sean was getting torn apart. As he should have been. And the comments were saying, this is fucking 2019, man, that's homophobic. You can't be going and calling people cocksuckers. And I'm talking to Little Bob about this, and we're both pretty much in agreement. I mean, Little Bob looks at me and goes, Sean, I do not know how anybody could ever give anybody shit for wanting to suck a cock. And I'm like, damn, Little Bob, that is astute. Like, you are totally right. Like, you get it. Thank you for getting it. And I remember saying to him, I was like, yeah, I don't think I can even use the term asshole in a derogatory manner anyway, because I refuse to be negative about activities or body parts that I really enjoy. And so that part of my life is just over. It's over. But, I mean, to just reinforce, and I do want to reinforce this before I go, West Virginia it's an open place. I mean, there are bad people as there are everywhere. I mean, we are living in an era of homophobia and transphobia and phobias of all sorts, all shapes and sizes. But if there's anything that West Virginia taught me above everything else, it is, no matter who you are, no matter what background you come from, no matter what sexuality you subscribe to, no matter what gender you assign to yourself, if you've got a pretty hole, I want to fuck it. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. Just one last thing. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you.
Massachusetts' favorite son, right? I told you.